You're watching the Hang Loose Recluse Show.
You're not going to be president, all right?
Mr. Trump will not be president.
He will never be president of the United States.
I'll make a prediction, though. Donald Trump will never, ever be president of the United States.
Donald Trump will never be elected president of the United States.
Donald Trump is not going to be president of the United States. He's not going to be president of the United States.
Let's be clear. Donald Trump will lose the election.
We talk about him every day, and we continuously bash him.
He's not going to be the president. Don't worry about it.
Exactly.
If he wins all of the toss-ups, which would be insane because nobody wins all of the toss-up states, even if Donald Trump did win all of the toss-up states, he would still lose.
I think that man will be president of the United States right about the time that spaceships come down filled with dinosaurs and red capes. Take it from me. How about that?
Donald Trump is not going to be president of the United States. Take it to the bank. Okay. I guarantee it.
And which Republican candidate has the best chance of winning the general election?
Of the declared ones, right now, Donald Trump.
He's not going to be president.
A few moments later.
In other news, the Daily Mail says that Kamala Harris paid Oprah Winfrey $1 million during her failed presidential bid as part of her $1 billion campaign spending spree. Fox News says Harris paid Oprah $1 million in failed bid to help campaign. Harris also reportedly spent six figures on the Call Her Daddy podcast. New York Post claims that Harris' campaign gave Oprah Winfrey $1 million, paid other celebs to appear with her in doomed presidential bid. And now Kamala's campaign is urging supporters to donate for a potential recount despite no plans to pursue one. Critics argue her campaign, over $20 million in debt, is misleading voters to raise funds under false pretenses. TMZ also reports that Oprah Winfrey is shutting down claims she was paid $1 million to host a town hall on behalf of Kamala Harris's presidential campaign, with the talk show legend declaring it's all bullshit. Now let's hear what Oprah has to say about these claims. Now let's go to our correspondent, Oprah Winfrey. Oprah, are you there?
I was paid nothing, ever. I was paid nothing, ever.
Hey Oprah, good morning. How are you, darling? You're looking very good. How do you think the election went?
Not talking about the election, thank you very much.
Oh, is it true that they paid you $1 million for the endorsement for Kamala?
Not true.
Not true, okay.
I was paid nothing, ever.
What do you think about all the celebrities with their mass exodus?
I was paid nothing, ever. I was paid nothing, ever.
$10 million for Beyoncé to step up and back Kamala Harris publicly. $5 million for Megan Thee Stallion. $3 million for Lizzo. $1.8 million for Eminem. I mean, is that normally how it goes? You spend $20 million, you get yourself in debt to try to get a bunch of rich celebrities on stage? I'd never seen that. Maybe I'm ignorant of the fact, but wow.
So Kamala Harris's campaign is now $20 million in debt, even though she raised $1 billion. This is a person who completely outperformed her opponent month over month in terms of what she raised. Forbes even said that she outperformed him by 5-1 when it came to last-minute donors. But her campaign, even though they raised $1 billion, her campaign is now $20 million in debt. She relied so heavily on multimillionaires and billionaires like Oprah Winfrey to come out and support her and endorse her that she didn't roll out policies sufficient enough for the American people. I cannot believe how disconnected with reality her campaign is and how delusional the Democratic Party is to think that people are going to ignore everything that they are experiencing, the high grocery bills, the high gas prices, all of those things they are experiencing. And because a billionaire like Oprah Winfrey or an actress like Julia Roberts tells you to vote for Kamala Harris, you're going to vote for Kamala Harris. I actually saw so many liberals getting super excited every time Kamala had a new celebrity endorsement. But we all know for a fact that these celebrity endorsements are not free. The only reason these celebrities like Magic Johnson, Oprah Winfrey, Beyoncé, the only reason these celebrities took time out of their day to attend a rally and encourage us, the American people, to vote for Kamala Harris is because they have been paid, and it looks like they have been paid millions upon millions of dollars to do so. That's the only reason they did it. I don't even believe that some of the celebrities who endorse Kamala Harris are voting for Kamala Harris. Some of them are probably secret Trump supporters. They just get on stage and say they're voting for Kamala Harris just so they can collect a check. I don't know about anybody else, but I have never had a celebrity show up and pay my bills month after month. So I'm not going to take advice from a celebrity on who I should vote for. And it also makes me wonder about Kamala Harris's so-called middle-class background. Come from the middle class, and your mother had to save up to buy a house, all this stuff, and you can't manage a $1 billion budget? Who voted for Kamala Harris, you should take comfort in knowing that this person will not be running the United States of America. Because in my opinion, to blow through a $1 billion budget and have a $20 million deficit is only due to gross incompetence. And before anybody asks about Donald Trump's campaign, I can pretty much guarantee you this. If his campaign had a $20 million deficit,
justify what you did, justify what you did wrong, and tell us what you're going to do different. Because what you've done ain't worth a shit to make up for your goddamn arrogance and stupidity. So to get your ass out of Washington, well, we're going to say we told you so. We told you this identity shit was disaster. We told you to get out in front of public safety issues. You didn't. We told you to have an open process and demonstrate the magnificent and staggering and deep talent that exists in the modern Democratic Party. You didn't. We told you to differentiate yourself from Biden. You didn't. I hate to be some fucking know-it-all, but all of these things are part of the record.
This has been another Hang Loose Recluse show.
What can be unburdened by what has been? What can be unburdened by what has been? What can be unburdened by what has been? What can be unburdened by what has been?
What we can see, what we believe can be unburdened by what has been.
What can be unburdened by what has been? What can be unburdened by what has been?
What can be unburdened by what has been.
Who we can be unburdened by who we have been. What can be unburdened by what has been.
Where we can be unburdened by where we have been and unburdened by where we are right now.
What can be unburdened by what has been.
What can be unburdened by what has been.
What can be unburdened by what has been.
What could be unburdened by what had been.
What can be unburdened by what has 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 been.
Unburdened by what has been, believing in what can be.
What can be unburdened by what has been.
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 What could be unburdened by what had been.
What can be unburdened by what has 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 been.
What can be, what should be unburdened by what has been.
What can be unburdened by what has been.
What can be unburdened by what has been.
See what can be unburdened by what has been.
What can be unburdened by what has been.
What can be unburdened by what has been.
Unburdened by what has been and knowing what can be.
Have a sense of vision about what can be unburdened by what has been.
To see what can be unburdened by what has been.
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 That can be unburdened by what has been.
There are those who are unable to see what can be But there are many more who are able to see what can be unburdened by what has been.
This has been another Hang Loose Recluse production. Thank you.